The City of London is one of the world's most successful business districts. Currently, its urban fabric is experiencing a paradigm shift from being entirely dominated by economic forces to provide something in return to the public, for the first time in 2,000 years. Our site, Fen Court Roof, is a privately owned public roof garden, located in the eastern cluster of skyscrapers of the City of London. With this film, we ask ourselves to what extent the garden at 120 is a positive addition to its urban environment, and how does its private ownership affect that? To answer this question, we will discuss the site's history, the building's past, present, and possible future.
From the 15th century to the 1960s, our site was a public church and a graveyard. The 1960s marked the site's transformation into 6 privately owned office buildings between 5 and 8 stories in height, with retail shops at ground level. However, 50 years later, they were no longer profitable. 2006 marked the appointment of Eric Perry Architects by the insurance firm Generali to design a building providing floors of at least 1,200 square meters of office, retail, and hotel facilities. The local planning committee, the City of London Corporation, wanted to ensure the level of improvement to the public realm reflects the scale of the development. One may see that from the very beginning, the public and private realms were due to compromise in this project.
Over the 2 years of design, the building's return to the public took many different forms. In the beginning, there was only a public pedestrian passageway between 2 towers of office space. However, it was considered insufficient public space by the planners and it was denied. This soon evolved into a plaza for an informal market, and then a few stages later, a courtyard surrounded by shops. However, soon the entire master plan height for Fenchurch Street was increased to 43 metres given its commercial proliferation. Simultaneously, this building became wider and less tall, then an atrium was added to connect the 2 public spaces, yet it was soon lost to provide more office space. The final proposal ended up being a contextually hidden office block the height of its future neighbours, with a colourful glass crown and rooftop garden that set it aside from its surroundings.
Upon approach, we first enter a dim but spacious passageway with a ceiling arch installation. The entrance to the garden is marked with cube areas and security guards. Guests must go through a tedious security check before being allowed into the lift, a procedure determined by the owners. In addition, the garden is only open during work hours in the winter and is capped to 207 people.
As the lift doors open, what captivates you is the panorama of landmarks that the garden provides. Eric Perry Architects cooperated with the landscape architects Lax and Partner to design the garden. To improve our perspective on Fen Court, we decided to visit another privately owned public space, the Sky Garden. The Sky Garden requires advanced reservation, visitors must queue to get inside. The enclosed tropical garden is constantly crowded. The restaurants and shops also make it feel more commercial than public. This opened our eyes to the benefits of Fen Court's proximity to its climatic and urban context.
The room is quite spacious and does not specify what the visitors should do here. The stylish yet simple design of the garden at 120 makes it feel less commercial and allows visitors to feel more private. Although you are supervised by security guards and CCTV cameras at all times, the security measures and rules of conduct are relatively less limiting and truly help maintain a safe environment.
Roof gardens are a perfect alternative for people to find a place to walk to relax.
Although the garden seems bare right now, the main plant wisteria will cover its steel frame in the future. However, we have yet to see how Fen Court's level of public engagement could change with the newly opened restaurant below. Commercial spaces can tip the balance between private and public realms, as has happened at the Sky Garden and London Living Room at the top of City Hall.
Fen Court Garden integrates itself within the City of London and the natural elements, making you feel secluded in the gardenscape, while still immersed in its greater urban whole. Even with its private ownership, Fen Court Garden successfully fulfills its duty of public engagement and giving back to the city. Teamwork has turned 120 Fenchurch Street into a project that contributes to the city's economy and well-being to an unprecedented degree.